What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the High Tempo Sports Podcast, episode 199. Today, we are back for another weekly episode. It is a late night cast today. We are joined by two special guests. Obviously, Easton is here.
I mean, obviously. Who else would be here?
Duh. But we're joined by two of our favorite guests, two returning guests for their annual show, Willy and Seth. What up, fellas?
Yo!
Okay, that was pretty cool.
That was awesome. Did you guys plan that?
No.
That was awesome.
Last year, we did this episode with these same two guys. We did our NFL predictions episode for the season. So we're running it back today. You know, we did this a bit earlier last year. We did it like in July or something, which was kind of random to do it that early.
I think it was like early August.
Yeah, it might have been August. It was one of our last episodes in your parents' basement.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
really? That's hype.
So this is the first time that us four have been rocking it in this studio together. So we're here to do our NFL predictions episode for this season. We're officially 1 week away from the NFL season starting.
I literally cannot wait.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Before we get to the football, I want to talk about the last time you two were on the show. It got ugly.
When was that?
There was a game you guys played, and it was 25 words or less.
Oh, yeah.
And it was one of the ugliest performances I've ever seen by one half of you.
Not proud of that. No, it's not my.
Do you hope to
moment
move on?
Podcast. Yes, I've moved on.
You think this will be a better cast?
I've moved on, and I'm ready to be good again.
The funniest thing is, Jake was like, who do we got next? Like, who we taking on next? I was like, you guys lost. Like, what? Like, that's
I
not how that
think we
works.
should be banned from, like...
He was like, but we were funny. Like, I was like, yeah, I mean, like, you were funny, but it was not even a competitive game.
All the pictures of you two underneath the blanket together are so
We
funny.
knew that was going to be rough coming into it.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Well, then you guys got waxed.
Yeah,
But we
it
are a
was
week
bad.
away from the NFL season, so there's a lot more positives this time
Yeah.
around. It's not a long weekend. It's a Thursday. Predictions of Kansas City, Detroit. First
Already?
game.
Wow.
First game.
You guys go first. I can't go
Chiefs,
before you.
easy.
Oh my, that is just
Okay, but like,
Here
what,
we go.
though?
Yeah, what?
Like, what? Like, what's the score?
Oh, I don't know. I just know the Chiefs are going to win.
Okay.
The Chiefs are going to win, but I think it's going to be down to the wire. I think it's going to be a shootout, and I think it's going to be the game where I think, and this isn't me being a delusional Lions fan. You guys know I'm a Rams fan. This is where the Lions put the league on notice. I really do. I really think that's the case. So I'll go like 31-28 Chiefs win.
That's what I'm hoping for. You know, like, obviously, I mean, I obviously want them to win. Like, that would be most ideal situation. But if we can just go out and put up a fight and, like, win or lose a close one against the reigning Super Bowl champions, the best offense, the best quarterback, like, I'm taking that for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But the outliers, if Chris Jones sits out, the Lions will win. Like, they are not stopping our offense if he don't play. So
It's a good luck situation. It's how are you going to beat us? Because we're going to kill you in every asset of the game if Chris Jones is not playing.
Well, I don't know about quarterback play. Right now, the Lions are 6.5 point underdogs against the Chiefs. Week 1, they're plus 235 on the money line. Not gambling advice here, but I'm gonna be hammering that in a week from today. Like, that is going to be multiple units on that for sure to start off the season.
Where are we? In space? Are we in outer space? We're using units?
All right, so how do you guys want to start this off? Do we want to start off with our awards or with the standings?
I like doing awards after. I like
Okay.
to predict the season first.
Okay.
Awards last.
Gotcha. All right, well, let's hop right into it. Let's not waste any time. NFC. Let's start with in the NFC. We'll save the fun one for last. Let's start off in a very weak division. We're gonna go. Just give us your 1 through 4 for each division here. So starting off in the NFC South. This is gonna be one of the most up for grabs divisions in the entire NFL this year. Every single team's win total is within one of each other. So what do you guys think?
What are their win totals at? Like 6?
Yeah, Bucks is 6.5, Panthers is 7.5, Falcons is 8.5, and Saints is 9.5.
Oh, that's pretty clean. I'll go through mine first. Should I go top down?
Yeah.
So 1, I have the Saints winning the division. I have the Falcons runner-up, Bucks 3rd, Panthers 4th. Between those teams, it is so difficult to pick. I do think the Saints are the best team, like of the division. I think they've kind of. I shouldn't say that. I was going to say own the division, but they haven't because the Bucks. But I'm really unsure about Baker. Panthers, who knows? And then like Desmond Ridder and for the Falcons, and I'm just really unsure, so I'm going to go with Derek Carr and the Saints to win the division.
Right. Who do you guys got?
I got Saints winning the division, Falcons, then Panthers, and then Bucks. I think the Bucks are going to be garbage this year.
Yeah, they could have the worst quarterback in the entire NFL.
Yeah, Baker is... I wouldn't even call him a bridge quarterback. He is...
Is he a tank QB?
He's the tank quarterback.
Yes,
He's
yeah.
the
You throw the guy in there to try to get the number one pick. Yeah.
I've thought about this a lot, and it was just so tough to try to label these four. But I went Falcons 1, Saints 2, Bucks 3, Panthers 4.
I respect the Falcons at first choice, because I pondered not taking the Saints because, like, in a division like this that's so, like, questionable, not everyone should have the same first team, because it's just going to be, like, we don't know what's going to happen.
I can totally see the Falcons winning that division, too. It's not crazy.
Yeah.
I flirted with the Panthers even. I mean, I don't hate the moves the Panthers made in the offseason.
I think every team...
me either.
Like, I don't think the Bucks have a shot to win this division, but I think other than them, any of the other three teams have a chance. But low-key, like, the Bucks, if we just take out quarterback play, the Bucks might have the best roster in the division.
That's true.
Now, taking out quarterback play is quite a big
It's a big thing.
deal.
It's a big thing.
I have the Saints winning. I have the Panthers finishing second, Falcons third, and Bucks fourth. So
All over the board with that division.
all over the place. I just think the Saints have the most. They had a good defense last year. I've always liked Derek Carr. I don't think he's like phenomenal or anything, but compared to the other guys in this division, I mean, he looks like frickin' Patrick Mahomes. So I think the Saints will win this division.
You're right. He kind of was reminiscing Drew Brees territory. That's how much better he is than these other guys.
Yeah.
Unproven.
Okay, let's move. And they have Jameis too.
I might have ranked Bryce Young higher than Derek Carr.
You definitely did.
You
ranked Bryce
I think
Young
you
higher
had him
than
in your
everyone.
top 15. Like,
No, I didn't have him top 15. I can go back
he
and
was
look. I can go back and
He
look.
was flirting.
He
I
was
think
like-
you might have him at...
Start on the other end for
I
this
bet he
next
was
one.
17. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was thinking
I'm gonna go
18.
look for it.
Okay, let's move on to the NFC Beast. Last year, this division sent 3 teams to the playoffs. The standings last year were Eagles 1, Cowboys 2, Giants 3, and Commanders 4. What do you guys got for the ranking this year?
I got the same as last year. Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, Commanders.
Yeah.
I've got the middle two flipped. I got Eagles, Giants, Cowboys, Commanders.
Ooh, okay. Giants taking a leap. Yeah, I'm the same with Willy here. I hate to be boring, but I have Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, Commanders as well. I think there's a world where, like, the Commanders are, like, better than, like, the last team in the division, even if they do
Right.
finish last.
I don't think they're going to be terrible.
No,
I
they could go 8 and 9.
That division's a little kind of loaded.
Yeah, definitely.
Didn't Terry just got hurt, didn't he?
He did. I think
that's
he's
just
gonna.
the most awful start you could have.
I think
for
he's
that
gonna
offense.
miss. I don't know if he's like out for week 1, but he's definitely
He's
like
questionable
yeah,
on
he's definitely gonna
fantasy,
be.
yeah.
I don't know if he's playing or not.
Yeah, I apologize for everybody that had to listen to me flip through my notebook for a little bit, but I have the Eagles 1, Giants 2, Cowboys 3, Commanders finishing
Same
at
as
4.
Seth,
That's what I like
okay.
to hear.
I think the Giants are going to make a jump, and if you listen to the Dak interviews lately, they aren't good. He sounds pissed about Trey Lance being brought in, and a turmoil like that with your star quarterback who you have shown that you are dedicated to, and now it's like, wait a second, now you're flip-flopping, and we have no idea. And I think that matters when we're in a division this tight, and when you're competing with the Giants who feel like they're very secure in their identity. They know who they are. I don't know if the Cowboys do.
Yeah, I was quite surprised of the Cowboys' acquisition of Trey Lance. I mean, it definitely shows that they might view him as the future quarterback. Dak Prescott has got to be over the age of 30 by now. Led the league in interceptions last year. He's still a top 10 quarterback-ish quarterback.
Yes.
He's still a good quarterback. But a weird move from the Cowboys, definitely.
Yeah.
It's because then they've had some contract issues with guys over the last several years, so I don't know what the plan is for them going forward.
I had Bryce Young at 18, Derek Carr at 20. So Bryce Young is better than Derek Carr.
I guess so.
He just-
See, but like by week 2 he could be, but to just pick that before we've even seen it,
Just
bit
saying.
crazy.
It is a bit
but
crazy.
yet you wouldn't trade for Bijan because you haven't seen it.
No. I have Bijan in my other league. I have Bijan in my other league.
Oh,
You can't do that. You can't do that.
A
You
little
can't do
bit
that.
of fantasy beef
That
on
was
the pod
so
here.
early. That was so early.
Just
Did you guys
saying.
break the news that you're in our league now?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
did. We
that's
did break
been
the
broke.
news. Yeah, and I've been trying to make trades all day long, and everyone hits me with the, "Yeah, I like that trade, but I don't want to do it."
Tight league.
Just say no, dude. If you like that trade, you would do it. That's my biggest pet peeve in fantasy.
Oh, that's
if you
good to
got
know.
a
Like, I hate,
problem
like-
with the league, man.
That is
No,
actually
not
good to
even
know.
just this, just people in general.
It's just, and the reason I do that, and the reason we do that, I think this is why I do it. I don't want to close the door on future trades.
That's exactly what I do. Yes.
See, but to me, that closes the door for me because that makes me think anything I ever offer you, you're going to say, I like that, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just talking about you. Like, I'm just saying in general. Like,
Yeah.
Like, that to me, when you say that, I just feel like, okay, then I'm just like, I don't care to make a trade with you.
My
So
go-to
what is the
every
way
time-
they should go about it?
Like, say I don't really want to do that trade. Like, straight
Gotcha.
up tell me, no, I don't like that trade.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. I'll
Bet.
think of something else.
Bet.
But when you say, I like that, but I don't feel like doing it, then what do I do?
You move on.
Because if you like
go
the
to
trade,
next.
how am I going to change it, you know?
Facts.
That's all I'm
Today, Kyle offered me T. Higgins and Bijan Robinson for Jamar Chase, which I think that's fair. I can now set on the
Yeah,
pod,
sure.
right?
I mean, you said no, so.
I said no.
Well, no, you didn't say no. You said I would do that if I didn't have.
But I have
T.
Bijan
Higgins.
in my other leagues. In my other league, he was my first round pick. I can't put all my eggs in one basket for a rookie running back. It's dangerous. And T. Higgins I've had for 2 years and just get pissed off every time he's on my team. But he's good because he never has a boom week.
Right.
He's always like 18 a week.
Yeah, he'll get you 14.
That's what he does.
Okay. Anyways, back to this. Yeah, the Eagles are tough because I think the Eagles are due for a little bit of regression. They had what? Did they win 14 games last year? I think 14 or 13.
14-3.
And they like had the perfect season. No one got hurt for them all year except the 2 games Jalen Hurts was out and they lost both of those games. But they stayed relatively healthy all year. Their offense or the NFC was just a bad conference in general, which it's still going to be bad. So they benefit from that. So I don't think the Eagles are going to be like 14-3 this year, but they'll still win this division.
I don't know, man. I think they could be. Like, I think there is a chance.
They could.
I think they were.
If they stay healthy, yeah.
They made some really
Right.
positive moves in the
To
offseason.
me,
definitely did.
and
They
to me,
drafted well, too.
I mean, they
Yeah.
barely even played in the second half last year. Like
Right.
that's how. Like I think them playing better teams are just going to keep winning.
Yeah.
But there'll be closer games.
Because I think they lost like 5 starters on defense, I'm pretty sure. They lost quite a few guys defensively. They lost Javon Hargrave to the 49ers, which is kind of a huge hit, going to another contender. But yeah, I mean, if they stay healthy, I think they're going to. I'm just saying I don't think that they're going to stay as healthy
Gotcha.
because it's kind of hard to do that
For sure.
in the NFL.
Yeah, we're going to take the team with the least injuries.
I think so, yeah. The 11.5 win total for the Eagles this year. That is the highest in the NFC. 11. It seems kind of low.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm
they're probably
smashing
gonna
the
win
over.
12 games. Yeah.
I'm smashing the over.
Cowboys are at 9.5. What do we think about the 9.5 for the Cowboys?
I mean, I don't think they'll be
I
better
think
than the
they'll hit
Giants.
it. I mean,
Yeah.
they should.
Yeah.
I mean, if I have them second.
As much as I dislike the Cowboys, I think that they are a 10-win team.
Yeah.
Probably. The Giants are at 7.5. They're kind of lowballing the Giants. They're kind of expecting a step back season from the Giants last year. I don't know. I mean,
I think
Danny
they got
Jones and Saquon both got paid. Like, they could probably hit. They would probably win 8 games.
That's what I mean, I think.
But you're hitting the over on everybody, and then
But I
it's
think
just-
no. I'm taking the under on Cowboys.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
hitting
the
the
same.
over on Giants for sure.
okay.
They picked up Darren Waller. I
don't see how they got
personally,
worse.
I really like Jalen Hyde. I think that's a great pickup for them. I was hoping the Rams picked him up. I wanted them to badly.
I think Daniel Jones being your quarterback of the New York Giants, that dude wants to be there and plays as if he wants to stay there. The way he throws his body around and actually makes plays, he acts like he wants to stay there, and I think that's super important.
Right. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
One last comment on that whole Jalen Hyatt thing. That went down the worst way ever. I wanted the Rams to take him. They traded the pick to the Giants, and the Giants took him.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
That's terrible. He would be nice on the Rams right now.
Has it been a hard offseason being a Rams fan?
No, because we're still kind of coasting on we won a couple years ago.
Gotcha.
Right.
Fine.
That is nice.
We have Cooper Kupp and Aaron. We got pieces that'll make it kind of fun to watch.
But you're going to lose every the next 3 years.
I'm just saying, in 3 years, I'm going to be in shambles.
Because, Sean
I'm,
McVay is gone.
Still kind of in, the honeymoon phase.
Gotcha.
We just won.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be in that phase one day.
I will say though, dude.
One
I
day.
got. Willy. I would consider myself a pretty high knowledgeable NFL fan, and I saw a TikTok video and it said, "Can you name 3 Rams defenders starters?" And I couldn't do it. I could name 2.
Really?
Yeah. And I don't even know if John Johnson's going to be starting for them this year.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Taylor Happ's on the Rams no more. And Rapp, yeah.
No, he got traded.
They showed the starting depth chart afterwards, after I
Yeah.
couldn't do it. And I was like, dude, I don't know like any of these guys.
Yeah,
Like it
it's
is
tough.
a bunch of randos plus Aaron Donald.
They really
Plus the best player
Greg
ever.
Gaines. Don't ever sleep on
Okay.
Greg Gaines.
Okay.
Oh, I'll
He's
keep
an
that
edge
in
rusher.
mind.
He's just, I love him. He's
Yeah.
my favorite. He's
Okay.
my second favorite player.
All right. And then the Commanders are at 6.5, which like I don't know. They're
Me
hard.
either.
They have Sam Howell. Like we don't know about
Commanders.
Sam Howell. They have a good
I
defense.
think he could be good.
Yeah.
I like Sam Howell.
I think he could too. He
I
showed
liked
a
him
lot.
coming out of the draft.
But we'll see if if he's the future
got
for
an
them.
opportunity, really.
All right, let's move to the Rams division since we were talking about them. The NFC West. Last year, this division went 49ers 1, Seahawks 2, Rams 3, Cardinals 4. What do we got?
I have it going the exact same way. 49ers, Seahawks, Rams, Cardinals. That's the exact list I have it. We're already seeing the injury issues of Cooper Kupp. And that's like their whole team.
Unfortunately.
Other than Aaron Donald and Matt Stafford. That's one of your only 3 incredible players. And I don't see it in the cards right now. I mean, Matt Stafford feels like he's just struggling health-wise, and he has been for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see it continuing and being for them to be better than the Seahawks this year. I think they have to have a perfect year for the Rams, and that means staying healthy. Everything goes according to plan. The guys step up. I just don't know if that's in the cards for the Rams this season.
Right.
I have the Niners, the Rams, the Seahawks, and the Cardinals. And just kind of to counter Easton a little bit, as a Rams fan, I'm a little more optimistic. People kind of forget how beat up they were last year. Stafford was hurt, which he usually plays hurt, but there's no reason. They shut him down. Cooper Kupp's hurt. They lost Higbee for a couple games. Their defense is rough, but they picked up a couple guys like Puka Nacua has been killing
Willie,
it.
you gotta stop. I mean, you just
He's just messing with his mic.
he's just playing with his mic over there, and it's just all I can hear.
They picked up Puka Nacua, and I think he might take
What a name.
Van Jefferson's role as that wide receiver too. He's been showing great things in training camp, and I'm actually really happy to see everything kind of resolved with Cam Akers, because the last 4 games of the year last year he played really well for them.
What a weird situation that was too.
Yeah,
Like for it to just be like all good now.
I think I just credit that to like the dumpster fire that was the Rams midseason last year. Because like you
Yeah.
said, Cooper Kupp going down, the wheels fall off at that point. And when the
gets
wheels
ugly.
fall off, Cam Akers is looking around thinking, what am I doing here?
I'm just gonna wait to get hurt.
And I
That's
picked
all
up
you're
Kyron
doing.
Williams and thought he was about to be next up.
No.
Nope. He's still on my dynasty team. I don't know why. I got to cut him.
The thing about it being a dumpster fire is we got one of the greatest, was it Thursday Night Football moments of Baker Mayfield coming
yeah.
in 2 days after getting traded.
No, what a terrible
Oh,
moment.
no, you're
that
right.
was.
You're right. It is. Like, I guess, yeah. Lions missed playoffs because of it.
No, not because of that, but like
think-
the pick was like, would I better pick if they don't win that one?
That was awesome.
I
That
think I
was,
was sitting with Kyle when that happened, and I was like, he's going to win him a game.
he was
will
awesome.
When he
Have
won
a
him the first game.
Exactly.
When he won that game, I was so terrified. I was like, dude, he's about to go on this run. Yeah. No, the worst game was that Rams Seahawks game that last week.
Yes.
And that was
yes.
terrible because the freaking refs screwed over the Lions, and the
Okay.
Lions weren't even playing in the game, dude. Like always. Willie, what do you got 1 through 4 for the West?
I have 49ers, Seahawks, Rams, Cardinals.
Yeah, I got the same as well, same as last year. I think for me, having the Seahawks over the Rams is less of like I'm low on the Rams. I think I'm just high on the Seahawks.
Right.
I think there's a chance that the Seahawks could win the division, dude. They were like in the lead for this division for like more of the season than the 49ers were last year.
They really only got better.
And yeah, they got better. They added more talent. They added guys through the draft. This is one of the younger, like, up-and-coming rosters in the league, and they're still really good. And, like, if we're being honest, dude, like, I'm not the biggest, like, Brock Purdy guy. Like, I really am not. I think there's a world where Sam Darnold, like, can take over for them at some point. It is, now that they got rid of Trey Lance, I think that helps things. It kind of gets some question marks out of the quarterback room because you didn't really know what was going to happen there. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm more confident in Geno Smith than I am in Brock Purdy. But the 49ers roster, obviously, is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think 49ers, Seahawks are the best 2 teams in this division. But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Seahawks won it all.
I forgot to mention the whole, like, I think that was a weird move for the 49ers in the way that you all have one option now, and it's Sam Darnold if Brock Purdy doesn't work.
And also, Sam Darnold had Tommy John surgery this offseason.
That is not the guy I want to be backing
like,
up my
you know,
team. My
like-
only backup.
Like, I thought, because coming into the season, I thought it was saying, like, Brock Purdy's going to be hurt. Like, he's not going to be ready by week 1. And now he just is. Which, like, Sam Darnold is a good backup to have, like, especially in that kind of offense. I think that he will work, you know. Sam Darnold, when I was looking at comeback player of the year odds, he's, like, kind of high on there. Like, they think he might play.
Who is betting on Sam Darnold to win comeback player of the year?
It's kind of crazy.
You were betting on like 1 or 2 plays, good plays in his whole career.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that it's safe to say that the Cardinals win total of 4.5, that's going to get smashed under.
Oh, for
That
sure.
is 4.5 wins. Like, dude, they're not getting to 5 wins.
No.
No, absolutely
It's
not.
happening.
They might try if the Colts somehow get 5 wins. They might reach for 5 wins to see what they can really do. I think they're still, I don't know.
Not only do they have 4.5 win total, but no one else even has a 5.5 win total. Everyone else is at least at 6.5. So they're just low.
That's
on there.
crazy.
Okay, let's move on to the NFC North. What a weird division this is going to be this season. Aaron Rodgers is gone, and the division is up for grabs for the first time in quite some years. Last year, it went Vikings, Lions, Packers, Bears. This division sent only one team to the playoffs, unfortunately. Who do we got this year?
I want to go. I don't want to go first. I'm a Lions
Yeah,
fan.
you guys
I'll
go first.
We're Lions fans.
Clear cut, best roster in the division. The Lions are going to come out on top, followed by the Vikings, the Bears, and the Packers.
Yep.
Yep, I got Vikings, Lions, Packers, Bears.
Oh my God, dude. This cat over here. This cat sitting over there. Like you're just sitting over there like a little cat.
Really? Vikings over Lions, huh? Let's hear why. You
Yeah.
can't just say that and then not say
mean-
nothing.
I don't think the Vikings got worse. Like, much worse.
So you think they
lost
earned
Delvin
those
Cook.
13 wins last
I mean,
year?
Delvin Cook, but I think Alexander Madison is
Right.
But do you
gonna
think they
come in-
earned
I
their
think they
win
got
total
worse.
last year? Do you think they're?
Yeah, I mean,
do you
they
think
won,
they're really
they
that
won
good of a
every
team?
game. I mean, it's not like
Like you think they're going to do that
it's
again?
not like it happened off a fluke plays every week.
Right. No, I agree.
They came in and won those games.
At some point, it got because what was it? They were like 9-0 or 10-0, and like games decided by one
possession.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
like at the first
didn't know
couple
how to
times
close
you
out a
can say
game.
it's lucky, but after a while, it definitely like becomes a.
It's just like they
but
know
it's
how
not
to
repeatable
close out
though.
a game.
Like you can't do that another year.
That's not your hope. You don't go into the year hoping.
Yeah.
I hope to be 10-0. Well, you do, but you hope to not play that many one possession games in the first place.
Right. But
happens.
those are the
But, I
games
mean-
you win. Yeah.
I just don't think that. I don't see the world, Willie. I got to be honest. I'm standing my ground here. I do not see the world in which the
I'm
Vikings
not
are
saying
better
the
than
Lions are going to be terrible,
No, I get that.
I think
but I think the Vikings still is going to be.
I mean, they did win 13 games last year.
I think the one thing that will put the Vikings on watch is if Jordan Addison develops the way that people are expecting him to,
That is
and he like kind of exceeds past where Thielen was last year, then they become pretty dangerous.
for sure. I agree.
But
Yeah.
as of
and
right
I
now, I'm
like
not putting that
Addison
weight
a
on
lot.
him.
I've
Can't do
always been high on Addison, even since he was at Pitt.
Right.
With the best quarterback in the league. So, I mean,
we get to him
yeah.
later. We talk about him
Yeah,
later.
I don't know. The Vikings, to me, I think they got so much worse. They already had the worst pass defense in the NFL last year. They lost Eric Kendricks and Zadarius Smith. Harrison Smith is still on the team, but that dude's so old. Like they lost Patrick Peterson to the Steelers, and
he's
Pat
old,
P
so-
actually had a solid year
Yeah,
last
he
year
did.
with
He's-
he had like 5 or 6 interceptions. Like
yeah.
But yeah, I think the Vikings, like their offense will probably still be solid for sure. Like they have a good O-line. Kirk Cousins is like, I think he's very underrated.
Didn't they just pay Hawkinson?
They just paid him the highest
was
highest
like
tight end
17
contract
mil or
in
something
NFL
like
history.
that.
Shout out to Brad Holmes, dude, because when the Lions traded TJ Hawkinson, everyone was so mad, and it was for this reason right here. TJ Hawkinson hasn't practiced all training camp because he's been holding out to get this new contract. from the
Really?
Vikings.
I didn't
And-
know that.
Yeah, and now he just got the biggest bag of all time, and we didn't have to pay it to him.
And yeah,
And we went 8-2 after we traded him. But yeah, I think the Vikings I don't think they're the second best team in this division, personally. Their offense will be good, but
you don't think they're the second best team in
no,
this division?
I don't.
You think they're the third?
Yeah.
Okay, I got number 1 Lions, 2 Vikings, 3 Bears, 4 Packers.
Okay.
But like Packers, Bears, I'm not really sure there. But like, I think I'm pretty solid.
Thankful
on-
that none of you guys are buying into the freaking Bears hype, dude. Because
No,
it's,
dude,
it's
I don't
so
believe it.
I really don't like the Bears.
No.
I mean,
I don't believe in them.
Justin Fields is not the answer.
I don't think so either.
He's
Oh,
like, he
man.
can run, but dude, that
You are
arm
setting
is-
yourself
I
up
think-
for clips.
I think Justin Fields.
But I mean,
That
are
is
you
true.
guys disagreeing with me though?
I think Justin
I do.
Fields is a great quarterback
I do.
for a bad team.
Yeah.
He can.
Okay.
He's athletic enough to go out there and like make plays and.
For a
be
team
fun.
that has a bad offensive line and he's got pressure on him all day, he'll be good for that, getting
Exactly. Yeah.
escaping it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
He's not Patrick Mahomes.
he's not going to
No.
win you a playoff.
And I think a lot of people forget that the Bears were the worst team in the entire NFL last year. Like, and everyone's like, Bears are winning the NFC North. No, they're not, dude. Like, it's not even
They're
gonna
the
come
same
close.
team.
Literally, like they paid Tremaine Edmonds $500 million, and that's about it, dude. Obviously, they got DJ Moore. Like that's
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
everyone was
addition.
high on Claypool and he went there last year. And, like
Dude.
everyone's got a taste of how good Claypool actually is. He might be wide receiver 5 on that team.
They literally
Claypool
gifted the
is
Steelers
terrible.
a second-round pick
Claypool
and took his
was
contract.
so
Like,
bad.
They traded Roquan Smith for Chase Claypool essentially, and he had like 6 catches as a Bear at like the last so many weeks.
dude was garbage.
Yeah, he was really. And then they got DJ Moore because they can't trust Chase Claypool, which I'll give him that. That was a good trade, you know. Like
That's a great trade.
Doing all that. So, okay, my ranking: Lions 1. I have the Green Bay Packers at 2, Minnesota Vikings 3, Chicago Bears 4. As much as I hate to do it, because I freaking hate the Packers, are my least favorite team ever in the history of the NFL. They have a good team still, dude. Like, they have a good defense. They have a good offensive line. They have good. I don't know. I don't want to say they have good weapons, but like they have young weapons that might be good. But like Jordan Love, I think there's a world where he comes in and is just like better than Justin Fields already. Like,
Dude,
I don't know if he's going to be.
I think he will be.
But like he's not some rookie QB. He's been sitting behind Aaron Rodgers for 2 years. The games that he has come in and played, he's played against the Lions twice so far in his career. He's looked pretty solid. Like, he doesn't look bad at all.
Yeah.
I think that he can lead this Packers team to like 9 wins, and I think that could get second in this division because this division's not going to be great. Let's be honest. Like, so that I think the Packers are going to be better than expected here.
I can see that world, no doubt. On my fantasy Twitter, the clips that come out of the Packers camp of Jordan Love throwing absolute dimes to Christian Watson, it is a little nerve-wracking as a Lions fan because they don't come up once or twice.
Right.
Like, he is like, every pass I'm watching, and obviously they're the ones that get put out, but, I mean, we see bad clips. I ain't seen any of those from Jordan Love
Yeah.
yet. And I'm definitely a little nervous of, like, did they just do it again? Did they?
I don't think that. I don't think it's because I have been seeing people. It's like either Jordan Love is like the next, like, you know, Favre, Rodgers, Love, or he's a bust. It's probably just going to be somewhere in the middle.
It's
you know, like
more
he's-
than likely.
He's probably just going to be a solid QB.
Why did they make those the two options and not be decent an option?
I don't
Like,
know.
what?
That's just how things go. Yeah, I think just like the Bears hype for me personally, I see the Packers hype. I don't see the Bears hype. That's where I'm at.
Interesting.
And I hate the Packers. So, but yeah, win totals here. Lions are at 9.5 over. Packers are at 7.5. Vikings are at 8.5, and the Bears are at 7.5. So.
Vikings at 8.5 is crazy.
I'm smashed.
So I just have like a quick question for like
I
the
hate-
I
Lions
think I
fans
take the
in
under.
the room.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel any differently this season? Because I feel like last season it was like, okay, our roster should be good, but like you still have Rodgers and Green Bay, and you know the Vikings should be loaded. Do you guys feel anything different coming from the Lions this year now that they're the ones? This division is wide open for them.
You can go ahead.
In what sense do you mean? Do I feel any different?
Like, do you feel like do you feel like they have added pressure to perform this year and it's going to affect them negatively? Or do you think they're like, hell yeah, wide open, we're going to take it? and
I think that's the attitude we're coming with. And it's a we're ready attitude. We are ready to take that next jump and become the best team in the division for however long we can hold the spot. Because it can flip-flop so quickly and so year to year. I don't think that pressure hurts the Lions at all. I think this team, the attitudes, has been very clear that we're welcoming it. And they're not acting like they've done it already. You know, and I think that's really important. And like CJ Gardner-Johnson, coming from a winning, I mean, he knows what it takes. He's going to push guys to make sure that we get to where we need to be at the end of the year. And I think that's the best team in the division.
Yeah, I think that the players and the team probably don't feel any added pressure. Like Easton said, I think that they have been taking the right approach to it. Every time that like Goff or Dan Campbell's been asked about this, they're like, what hype? Like what have we done? Like we haven't done shit, you know? Like we haven't even made the playoffs. They're taking the right approach to it that way. But from a fan standpoint, total pressure. Like an absurd amount of pressure. Putting the Lions finish first in the division, and obviously that would be them making the playoffs. I do that every year in this preseason prediction. I have them sneaking in as the 7th seed in the wild card every year. I'm not confident in it. I just do it just because. This year, I like him doing it because everyone else is doing it. That is kind of scary. And also from the perspective of like the division's like wide open, like it's ours, let's go take it. Like every other team is thinking the same thing too. You know,
That's
the
true.
Bears, dude, the Bears got the same exact mindset as us. Like this division's wide open because we haven't done anything yet. As much as we're like projected to, like we still haven't proven anything yet. Obviously the last, 10 games of the year or whatever, like helped us a lot. But yeah, from a fan perspective, especially the Lions specifically, always having this opportunity and not taking advantage of it, it's definitely a bit nerve-wracking. But I don't think we can overreact because the Lions start off the year playing the Chiefs and the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Like, Lions could start off 0-2, like, definitely. Like, that is a very realistic world. And I feel like when we do, not like if that happens, all the Lions fans are going to freak the hell out, dude.
All hell.
Like, let's take it. Now, we start 0-3, that's a different story. But, so yeah, I think there is pressure, but not on the team and staff. I think that they know it and they're cool with it, basically.
That's fair.
Okay. That was all the teams in the NFC, right?
Yep.
That was all divisions. All right, let's move to the AFC. Willie, do you want to start in yours or do you want to save it for last? Okay. All right, let's start off in another weak division here. Just like the NFC, the South, man. The South divisions are just
terrible.
They're just
bad. Don't go
The
there.
AFC South. Last year, it was Jags, Titans, Colts, Texans.
This year, I have Jags, Titans, Texans, Colts.
Ooh, okay.
This division's just going to stink, and I just expect the Jags to win it. The only way I see, I do believe the Titans have an opportunity. I definitely thought about taking the Titans. Just repeated greatness. They just keep winning, and it's like they've got to stop at some point. Like, they're not a good team. They have Derrick Henry. Now Derrick Henry's 30 years old.
Right.
Like, I can't expect him to be able to take on that exact same workload and carry this team as far as he has done in the past. So that's where I've got and the Jags have only gotten better this offseason. Everything you're hearing from the Jaguars camp is that this is the team to win the division again and make a run. I'm excited to watch the Jags.
What do you guys got?
I got Jags, Colts, Titans, Texans.
Ooh.
I'm a big believer in Anthony Richardson. I think he could be something special. But I mean, without Jonathan Taylor there,
Right.
I mean that roster is like shaky. I mean, it's scary, but I hope Jonathan Taylor comes back because I like watching him. He's fun, but the Jags are just it.
Yeah.
Deion
The Jags
Jackson
are the
to
team to
moon.
beat
This is
in that
them.
division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Totally.
their division.
Deion Jackson to the moon.
I've got the Jags, the Colts, the Titans, and the Texans. And I have the Colts bumped up to 2 there. And I get it's a wild call. But I think there's a world, and it seems far away right now because we just went through the whole Jonathan Taylor didn't get traded by the deadline on a Tuesday. I think there's a world where he gets through these next 4 weeks. He's feeling healthier. They make him an offer. And then he sticks around with a rookie QB. Michael Pittman's still young. And they have like their veteran pieces. I think there's a world where he still stays, and I'm kind of hoping for that. Got him on fantasy.
I was about to say, it sounds like a Jonathan Taylor fantasy
I'm
there.
really optimistic about it. But
Dude, I hope so too because I have him in my freaking dynasty
Yeah.
league, so I would love for that to happen.
I do not care if he plays, and I hope he doesn't.
Yeah, I'm not as high on the Colts. I have the same as Easton here. I have Jags, Titans, Texans, Colts. I think the Colts and Texans will both be bad, but I think the Texans like low key kind of have a shot to be like decent this year. Like they signed a lot of dudes in free agency. They have CJ Stroud obviously, so it depends on how good he is at the end of the day. But this division doesn't really matter. Like maybe the Titans sneak in a wild card spot, but like that team's not good. They're just gonna get second though because this division's so bad. Jags right now, win total's at 9.5, but they're minus 155 to win this division. You parlay that with like another one, dude. Like that minus 155 is not bad value for them to like. They're like a lock. I feel like.
I think they're a lock. I don't see a world where they don't win this division. It would be crazy. It'd be a bad look for the Jags.
Catastrophic.
Titans at plus 310 are the
That's
second.
a good word.
It would be catastrophic. Okay, let's move on to the AFC East. This is one of the better divisions in the NFL now that Aaron Rodgers has arrived here. Last year, it went Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Jets. What do we got this year?
This year, it will be, not predicting, this is what's going to happen. It's going to be Bills, Dolphins, Jets, Patriots. I have Aaron Rodgers coming into his new division and finishing third because this division's crazy. The only scary part about this prediction is I'm really relying on Tua not taking a hit for an entire season. Because, like, one bad hit, and I think he retires. And that's, like,
I think
that's
most
real.
people think that,
It takes one ugly hit, and he's probably done with football. Really hopeful Tua just can ride it out and be a safe quarterback who just throws the ball the
Do
time
you
he
have
can
him in
want him.
fantasy?
I have him in the Debbie Dynasty League,
okay.
but, like, I have a bunch of other QBs.
Yeah.
He doesn't really matter. But, like,
You got Dante Moore in 5 years.
I do have Dante Moore.
Arch Manning, too.
And Caleb Williams next
Okay,
season.
yeah. Exactly. What do you guys got?
Yeah, so like Easton said, this is what it will be. Bills, Dolphins, Jets, Pats. I've got the same thing.
You got Bills, Jets, Dolphins, Pats.
Yeah.
Dude
So
is
you're
such
wrong.
an Aaron Rodgers fan. It's so funny how much Willie likes Aaron Rodgers. It's so funny that he's your favorite quarterback other than Big Ben.
Which is just a crazy one.
I wouldn't go that far, but
I'll see how far I could push him before he said something.
Have any of you
a
guys
little
watched
bit
the
of a
Hard
stretch.
Knocks? with the Jets?
Absolutely not.
Me
not
either,
a
dude.
single
I
second.
tried to.
I don't care to.
I saw they were playing ski in practice. So.
Oh, I did see that.
Like that was pretty cool.
That was
And I do
fucking
like
mad.
Sauce Gardner. Like he
Oh,
is,
yeah.
'cause
Sauce
and he's a
sick.
Michigan kid.
I like a lot of
Yeah.
the dudes on the Jets, but like now that last year I actually loved the
You
Jets.
were a
And I was
Jets.
like, they're finally back. Like this is cool. They got Sauce, Garrett Wilson. Like they got a bunch of cool young dudes. Brees, Quinnen Williams. Everybody loves him. And then Aaron Rodgers gets there. It's like now I hate him. Like now
Yeah.
they're my second least favorite team in the NFL.
Plus, like Hard Knocks was so set up to fail just because how good it was last season.
Right.
They like wanted to bring the Lions back, and I was like, I guess we'll settle for the Jets.
Yeah, facts.
No.
We'll settle for Bob Salah. Like we no, come on.
Yeah, I have the same as Seth and Easton. Bills, Dolphins, Jets, and Patriots. The problem is I'm like low on like all three of those top teams. I think the Bills like are like this could be the year where the Bills like don't do as good as like they have the last so many years. The Dolphins, like you said, dude, like they have a great roster, but like
I gotta get these giggles.
they
up.
have Tua, dude. Tua gets hurt, their season is over. And then the Jets, like I'm just not that high on the Jets at all. So like it's kind of hard. I wanted to do something crazy here and like have the Dolphins win over the Bills, but it's like I don't trust the Dolphins. Do I take the Jets? I don't trust the Jets. Do I take the friggin' Patriots? Like
Mac Jones.
they still
to the
do
moon.
have Bill Belichick. Like they're not going to be some terrible team. They're going to be at least decent. So this division's really weird. Right now, odds-wise, the Bills are the favorites at plus 120. Jets at plus 250. Dolphins at plus 290. So it's definitely
Tight.
like not that up in or not that like
Set in stone.
certain who's going to win it. Win totals here are crazy. Bills at 10.5, Dolphins at 9.5, Jets at 9.5, and Patriots at 7.5.
Holy, that's a lot of wins in a division.
It is. It could happen too. And there's also a couple other divisions that are kind of that same way. So we'll see what happens here. Moving on to the AFC West. This was a division coming into last year was like, holy crap, this is going to be the greatest division ever. All four teams are going to make the playoffs. And then the Broncos were just like terrible. And then the Raiders like weren't that good. The Chiefs obviously were good. So last year this went Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos. What do we got this year?
I've got a total exactly the same thing.
I thought you were going to switch it up.
I
got an opposite.
I got Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos. The Chargers to finish second last year, as banged up as Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen and Mike Williams were all season.
Their defense too. Bosa was hurt. Khalil Mack was hurt.
It is crazy that they still finished second. Full year of Justin Herbert, he's coming. Like I think this is big time Justin Herbert year. And the Raiders just don't do it as well in the QB spot. I could just see, even in division games, the difference between Jimmy Garoppolo and Justin Herbert really getting to you at the end of a game in the fourth quarter.
Hasn't like Mahomes never lost to the Broncos or the Raiders?
It's one of the
two.
teams. I think total in the division, he's only lost.
Like not that many.
It's
times.
like 6 times.
And I don't know if he's ever lost at home in the division.
He's
either.
never lost at home, and he has beat one of the teams, either the
Raiders or
the
Broncos every
Never
time.
lost one.
Yeah,
So he's like 11-0.
yeah.
It's probably the Raiders.
I can't. Yeah, it probably is. I can't.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that though. Yeah. What do you guys got though for your standings?
I got Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders. I think Russell might come back and be better than he was last.
I think so too.
I don't think he's gonna be great like his old self, but
how can he be worse?
right,
Yeah.
you can't.
You can't. Like
I don't think you possibly can be worse.
I don't think so either. Yeah, I hate to skip you, Seth, but I'm the same as you. Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders.
It's a good thing you skipped me because I have the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Chargers.
Oh my
Wow,
gosh! No
Bronco-
way.
Here's
I don't mind it, dude.
Here's what I
can
it's
see it.
just so hard looking at this division, and I get the hype on the Chargers. I like every player on the team. I want them to be good. But at some point you have to look at like what the Chiefs are doing. And there's something to like the Chargers have never been to the Super Bowl. There's a hump there that like they don't know how to get over yet. I think if Russ with Sean Payton can figure it out, that offense could be electric and a solid defense could do it for him.
And also, they allowed the least amount of points in the entire NFL last year.
I remember
from
that,
a defense.
dude. That was crazy.
Remember the first like 6 weeks of the year? They were on prime time like 4 times and just putting up 6 points a game. Yeah. Like it was the worst prime time games ever with them because their defense was great. They were stopping everybody, but they couldn't freaking score. Oh, that was so bad.
Do you remember we were in like 11 weeks into the year and Russ had more bathrooms in his house than touchdowns thrown?
Yes. Remember the Colts Broncos game last year?
That was
like,
the
it was like
worst.
Thursday night. Matt Ryan versus Russ, dude. Oh my God, that was so bad.
So here's my issue with the Broncos, and here's where I'm really not a believer. Sean Payton gets there, and he steps up to that podium and he goes, "Man, this team is rough. I've got a lot to fix from Nathaniel Hackett." That's really what
he dogged on Nathaniel
He stepped
Hackett,
up there
yeah.
and went, I don't know if it was dogging on Nathaniel Hackett rather than saving his own ass. He was going, if we have a bad year this year, it wasn't my fault. I'm still trying to fix everything Nathaniel Hackett did wrong. And I think that is a big deal to come in there and
Right.
that's what you came in saying. Like, there's a lot of shit messed up here. This team doesn't look very good.
Yeah, no, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
That like it definitely makes sense, but I actually don't mind it. I don't mind them embracing the fact that they knew like they weren't up to par last year. They knew Russ came in and they looked like clowns for paying him what they did.
And trading everyone.
Yeah. But Sean Payton gets there. I mean, I'm high on Javonte Williams. I think he could be utilized just like Kamara
They
could
got
be.
P. Ryan now, too.
Yeah,
I
P. Ryan.
actually mess with P. Ryan, dude.
Hell yeah.
And like I know I'm a lot higher on like Jerry Jeudy than a lot of people are, but like watching Jerry Jeudy and how bad that team was last year, he had moments where he looked like he was gonna be.
He's hurt again.
I was going to say, is he hurt right now?
He's hurt.
He-
It's
he
his
is,
hamstring.
Is he like out, though?
I don't think he's playing in the first
No,
week.
I think he'll be ready by week.
Oh,
I just know he got hurt in the preseason.
I just think it's going to be this. I mean, he's never been healthy.
That's
I just
true.
don't
He
see
really
why
hasn't.
it changes this year when he's already hurt again.
But like at the same time, last year them being so dog,
You could be hurt.
I might pull a hamstring out there.
Well, if Russ is throwing you the ball.
He played
yeah,
better.
you're-
He played better with Russ out last year.
Really?
So like he had that one game where he had like 58 fantasy
Yeah,
points and, like,
and
3 touchdowns.
And they got Greg Dulcich.
Was Drew Lock part of the Russell Wilson trade?
Yes.
They should have just kept Drew Lock. He could do
I don't know, dude.
exactly
Geno
what
Smith-
Russ can do.
Dude, remember when Geno Smith got the starting job over Drew Lock and everyone was like, bro, the Broncos just like won this trade so hard. Drew Lock was supposed to be the star, and then Geno turns into like way better than Russ.
Turns into Mike Vick.
Yeah, I don't know as I would go as far as saying the Broncos are going to be better than the Chargers, but I respect the bold take because it's like picking
It's
the
fun.
Chargers to be second is just like whatever
Safe.
one, like
Yeah,
it is
exactly.
safe. The Chargers last year made the playoffs for the first time under Justin Herbert. We all know what happened with the playoff game. We were watching it and we turned that shit off because it was like 35-0 at halftime, and all of a sudden someone looks at their phone and it's like a tie game. We're like, what is going on? So the Chargers are under an immense amount of pressure this year. I think that Brandon Staley, bless you. I think that he might be on the biggest hot seat of all coaches, especially after the way he coached that game last year. They didn't score any points in the second half at all. So the Chargers got to do something this year. They got to win a playoff game. I picked Herbert to win MVP last year when I went back and listened to this, just a quick spoiler. Maybe I picked it a year early. Maybe this is the year where he really goes off.
Plus, people forget Austin Eckler requested a trade off that team.
They do.
He came out and openly said, like, I don't want to be this workhorse that they have me at right now.
That's a great point,
like, I need someone in here to help me.
He was part of the whole running back thing this offseason. It was like 5 guys that all kind of said, like, I want to get paid or get me out of here.
Yeah.
And the Chargers literally just, like, never even...
They never even said anything.
They're like, okay, like, no one's trading for you, so...
Yeah.
Like, at least Jim Irsay said something to Jonathan Taylor.
I would rather
worse.
you say nothing than say what he
It
said.
didn't even make sense what he said.
Okay, let's move on to the elephant in the room. One of the better divisions in the entire NFL this year, and I'm prefacing that before we go into this ranking.
Dude,
the
Willy
AFC
just sat up.
North. Last year, it went Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, Browns. This division sent 2 teams to the playoffs, almost 3. The Steelers went out just like the Lions did. They needed another team to lose, and they didn't. So it was, and they had similar seasons last year too. The Steelers ended the season strong and everything. So let's let us 3 kind of get our rankings out of the way, and then we'll let you talk about your Steelers.
Number 1 in the division, the Cincinnati Bengals. Number 2 in the division, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Number 3 in the division, the Baltimore Ravens. And number 4, the Cleveland Browns. I flipped.
Dude, you did flip, dude.
Dude, there's been a serious
the biggest
flip.
Steelers hater ever.
I used to hate the Steelers when Big Ben was there. This Kenny Pickett guy, I like Kenny Pickett, man.
Wow.
I am a Kenny Pickett believer. It's so weird because I never expected to be excited to watch the Steelers football. But like this season, I can't wait to sit and watch a Steelers game with Willy because I'm rooting for Deontay Johnson. I'm rooting for Jalen Warren. I think Jalen Warren's going to be a beast. Najee Harris and Jalen Warren, what the duality. As long as you don't try to workhorse Najee because he's not that good, just give him some goal line touches every once in a while. Use somebody else the rest of the game. But Deontay, George Pickens, Kenny Pickett, Pat Freiermuth, this team is good and they beefed up their O-line. All they really lost was Cam Sutton, man. I think this team is poised to knock off the Ravens. I think they're better than the Browns. I feel like there is stability that there's always been in Pittsburgh. We obviously know it's the most stable franchise ever. I think that stability, they're just going to take a jump this season, and they're going to jump into that second in the division. And that's being that you got to be better than 2 good teams that I think the Browns and the Ravens are. But man, the Steelers roster looks good.
I feel like I just watched like a Steelers hype trailer video.
Willie's
chills.
legs are shaking.
Yeah, dude, like that, dude. Like that was crazy. Yeah. Seth, what do you got here?
I've got a very liquid AFC North. I've got the Bengals at 1, Steelers at 2, Browns at 3, Ravens 4.
Whoa!
But there's a chance that I think the Browns just figure it out. I think Deshaun could lead that team to be something that we don't really expect yet. And I think there's easily a chance they knock off the Steelers. There's a decent chance that they might compete with the Bengals a little bit for this division.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Browns roster. I'm not as big of a Steelers man as those 2 guys are.
Yeah, not just Willy.
About to join the family, though.
But just to give Willy a little bit of satisfaction, George Pickens is nasty. I love George Pickens.
Yeah, he's a dog.
He's worse than Deontay.
And Darnell Washington. Choo-choo, baby. He's coming through.
That dude's a
Freiermuth can hit
monster.
the road. His fantasy picture looks like he's 45 years old. What is he, 20?
Yeah, he's a rookie. Yeah.
Darnell Washington.
He's already young,
I think he's
too,
22.
yeah.
Dude, and he's massive.
Yeah.
He's huge.
He's
He's
Derrick Henry at tight end.
And
He's
at
a
5
monster.
inches.
There's a video of him in training camp where they're all pushing the sleds and stuff, and he just picks it up and walks.
He looks like
forward
one of
with
the.
it,
He
and
looks
all
like
the
a.
other dudes are just struggling.
I've seen that.
Looks like
I've
a
seen that.
creative player. It's insane.
So
And he just sat behind Brock Bowers too.
Yeah.
Part.
So Seth, I do have a question because I'm not high on the Ravens this year, but you are less high than I am. You have them at the 4 spot.
Yeah.
I can't think of an argument for why I don't like the Ravens this year. There's
just
just some vibes over there at that, and I don't like that word, but things are off in Baltimore. I'm not a believer this
It's
year.
off vibes.
The vibes are off-putting.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely like Lamar's great. Everyone knows Lamar is great. But like, what else do they have? I don't like J.K. Dobbins.
I hate him.
Name me the receivers other than Odell.
Zay Flowers. Give him
I
some
like
respect.
Zay Flowers a lot.
I mean, you can't dislike Zay
Like,
Flowers.
is
Devin
he
Duvernay.
is he the wide receiver one on that team?
Greatest-
and is he the
greatest
worst wide
returner
receiver
of all
one in the
time.
division?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, they don't even have one. Who's their right? Is it Mark Andrews is their RB1?
Yeah.
But then it goes Odell, Rashad Bateman, or Zay Flowers.
Exactly.
I don't think that's that bad.
It's not
I
terrible.
think
Because you don't have an established wide receiver one, but
I
like,
think Zay Flowers will be number
there's
one. by the end
worse
of the year.
wide receiver groups.
No, and I do like, and the thing is, right now they don't have a clear wide receiver one. I do expect Zay Flowers to emerge.
I think so, too.
And cement himself as like, I am here. I'm him.
You guys see he got the clip of him when he had to say his signing bonus and everyone went freaking
Yeah. Who fell over? Odell.
OBJ, yeah. I hate to kill the Steeler party here.
Of course.
the black and gold party, but
Bumblebees.
I got the Bengals 1, I got the Ravens 2, I got the Browns 3, and I got the Steelers 4. Now listen,
Man.
just because I have the Steelers 4 does not mean I think that they're going to go 0-17. I think this legitimately could be the best division in football this year, and it could have 4 above 500 teams. And the Steelers, if they got one goal in mind, it ain't to win a freaking Super Bowl. It's to go 500 every year. So they'll get it. You know,
They will.
That's their goal every year, and I'm sure I can respect it. But I think the reason I put the Steelers here, I think the Ravens are going to be really good. I'm in the minority between you guys. I think Lamar Jackson is out for blood this season. That defense got so good last year after they acquired Roquan Smith, and they already have a lot of good other pieces around them. I think the Browns, I'm on board with you. I think the Browns really are going to be a lot better this year. 2 years ago when they went to the playoffs before getting Deshaun Watson, was that 3 years ago now? I don't know. It was a few years ago. That team was really good, and they had Baker Mayfield, who was like at his highest level playing quarterback. I know Deshaun had a bad year last year, but I think we all know what Deshaun is capable of doing once he gets back into things, which maybe he can't, but I'm taking the shot that he can. They have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. We know Nick Chubb. He's probably the best running back in the NFL.
I've been on that train since day one.
Exactly.
Pure rushing, Nick Chubb is him.
Amari Cooper was a very sneaky pickup from them. He's been good. Elijah Moore they acquired. So their defense isn't like phenomenal or anything. I think that the Steelers are still going to go 8-9, 9-8, but I think that the division is just really, really good. And I think the Bengals are going to win a very high amount of games this year as well. So
Me too.
I love everything you guys said about Steelers. Their defense is going to be one of the best in the NFL. It always is. Kenny Pickett, I like Kenny Pickett as well. I like George Pickens, but I got him finishing 4th.
Okay. So,
I got Steelers at 1.
nope. I got Bengals winning the division. I got Steelers coming in 2nd, Ravens 3rd, Browns 4th. I'm not a big fan of the Browns. I don't think Deshaun Watson's good. I don't think he's ever going to come back to that form. Could bite me in the butt, but I don't think he's going to be the Texans' Deshaun Watson ever
Right.
again. Ravens are good. Like you said, it's a tough division. Mm-hmm. I think there could be 3 9-win teams, 9 and above win teams.
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah. And the Steelers are the Steelers. I can totally see them winning the division, but the Bengals are very good. And, I mean, I just got to pick them because they're there.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, win totals here. Bengals are at 11.5, Ravens 10.5, Browns 9.5, and Steelers 8.5. So 1 apart from each of each other. Got to hit the over on the Steelers, though. They will go 9-8. Like, if there's one thing they're going to do,
It's not have a losing record.
it's go above 500.
It's actually free money. Like, if you're a gambling person,
They'll hand it to you.
that is literally free money. Just put it in the
Even
machine.
last year when it was like, oh, man, they need to win the last 6 out of 7 games to do it. They're
did it.
not gonna. They just did.
They just do it.
Like that. They screw getting the high draft pick. Let's go beat 500.
Kenny Pickett was the best player in the preseason this year. Just thought I'd say that. 13 of 15, every drive he played on it.
Yeah, but Jared Goff didn't play in the preseason.
Yeah. But the preseason MVP was Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
And he's a beast. He's my dynasty QB. He's QB2 in my dynasty league. Like,
And Tua's one.
yeah. But like Caleb Williams is gonna jump in.
Right, yeah.
Kenny Pickett is like 2 once Caleb Williams. Kenny Pickett might be 1 this year over Tua. Like,
gonna
there's a
trade
chance.
Tua?
I would trade Tua.
I'll take him.
Okay.
I don't even know who my other
Let's get to
QB is.
work.
Okay, let's do our playoff like rankings now, or is like the one, the seeding in the playoffs. We'll start in the NFC since we were over there first. So 1 through 7, obviously the top 4 are going to be the division winners. Then 3 wild card spots. What do we got?
My 1 through 7 goes like this: Eagles 1, 49ers 2, Lions 3, Saints 4, Giants are the first wild card team, the Vikings are the second wild card team, and the Seahawks are the third wild card team.
Okay.
For me. So the Falcons would just miss, and I think the Cowboys would also be fighting in that division to make it.
And I think if the Cowboys miss, we see Dak Prescott get traded probably.
Yeah, for
after
sure.
getting Trey Lance.
Okay. I've got the Niners at 1, Eagles at 2, Lions in there at 3. Got the Falcons at 4. I've got the Giants at 5, the Vikings at 6, and the Rams sneak in there at 7.
Nice.
gotta do it,
I'm
gotta
glad they
do it.
made it, man.
Yeah, I'm pumped about
I'm
it.
glad they, and wouldn't they play the Lions? No.
What seed did you have the Lions as?
3.
No, they wouldn't play the
No,
Lions.
we would play the Vikings in that world,
Yes.
right?
Which that's like such an easy dub of all.
So easy. I literally, and people think the Vikings could be better than the Lions this year. What clowns?
He's allowed to do that after the hype up of the Steelers.
Yeah, I'll let you have that.
All right, Willie, what does your NFC playoff picture look like?
I got Niners, Eagles, Vikings, Saints. Then I got the Seahawks, Lions, Cowboys.
At least we made it. Willie's the
Yeah,
biggest
I mean,
Lions
I'm
hater.
happy we made it.
I don't hate the Lions. Like,
You're just a realist.
You just hate all of
fe-
your friends.
You feel like
Yes.
you're a realist. It's just that.
You just hate all of your friends.
I
This
don't
is
like
tough.
seeing you guys happy.
This sucks because, like I said, I'm not as high on the Eagles or 49ers this year, but like I'm not about to put the Lions as the 1 seed. So Philly 1, San Fran 2, Detroit 3, New Orleans 4. Then I have Seattle as the 5, Dallas as the 6, and I got Green Bay sneaking in as the last wild card team.
Gotcha.
All right, moving on to the AFC.
In the AFC, I have the number 1 team being the Bengals, jumping the Chiefs and the Bills, which they've done in the past, right?
The last
2 years
year,
ago, I thought.
I think the Bengals were the 2 seed last year.
Gotcha.
Or no, I think they were the 3. They just beat the Bengals or beat the Bills in the playoffs.
So I've got them jumping, making the 1 seed jump. I got the Chiefs at 2, Bills 3, Jaguars 4, and then I go Dolphins, Chargers, Jets for the wild card spot. I'm taking 2 wild card teams out of the AFC East, which is crazy. Maybe
No Steelers.
I'm going to change that. I'm putting the Steelers in over the Jets. I would just much rather have the Steelers make it than the Jets even.
And
in
like,
the
there's
first
no
place.
shot that division doesn't put 2
Facts.
teams in, right?
Yeah, there's no way. That division's too good. Yeah,
Yeah.
Steelers make it.
What do you guys got?
I've got the Bills at 1, followed by the Chiefs and the Bengals, the Jags, Dolphins, Jets, and the Broncos sneaking in there in 7.
Broncos country.
Nice.
We're riding.
Hey, I got the
That's
Broncos
right.
and the Rams in that little win draft thing I did on the radio. So I got
great
them late.
pickup.
I got them late too. So like they're gonna win games.
The Rams are going to beat the Cardinals.
That's what I'm saying. Like they're not gonna be the worst team in the division. So that's at least like 6 wins.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah, sure.
What do you got, Willie?
I got Chiefs, Bills, Bengals, Jags. Then I got Steelers, Jets, Chargers.
Okay, nice.
Steelers being the best wild card team.
All right.
We're gonna win 11 games this year.
11.
Didn't we make a bet on who will have a better record this year, the Lions or Steelers? I can't remember if we did that.
I know we bet on who.
We bet on who would.
Might as
Yeah,
well
we did
do
that
it
a
right
while
now.
back.
Yeah,
But I
you
feel like we did.
just
something
make the
like
bet right now.
recently.
Might as well be like if.
But like, we both know it's the Lions though. So why would he? Make
No,
that
he
bet?
thinks
We'll
it's the
just do like a
Steelers.
jersey swap. Like he's got if the Lions make it, like he's got to wear a Lions jersey. You got to wear a Steelers jersey.
Okay. Deal.
Or we got to buy each other a jersey.
Wow.
Oh, now that's fun because you guys have money.
Yep.
Yeah,
This is
we
getting
get money,
serious 'cause there's
obviously.
cash
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah,
So like,
obviously.
what is like categorized as a better season? Because
Like
say
more
the
wins.
Lions,
More wins.
Lions
I
win
was
like
gonna- I
two
said
more
win
regular
more games,
season
yeah.
wins.
But like, what if the Lions win 2 more games, but the Steelers make it to the AFC Championship?
Well, all you're doing is
And
regular
Lions
season
lose in the
wins. We
first
just got to
round of
set the
playoffs.
number. Do you want total wins?
We could do total wins, counting like playoffs plus regular season.
Okay.
I think that's a good. I think that's a good barometer.
Playoffs plus regular season.
Yeah.
Okay, shake hands.
Total
Shake
wins.
it.
Yeah.
So do you want to just do like the jersey swap or buy each other a jersey? It doesn't matter.
I'd do buy a jersey.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Okay. Deal.
Wow.
Total wins,
So
regular season plus playoffs. Whoever has
It's
more
gonna
wins.
suck though when the Lions win like
The Super
12
Bowl.
games, Steelers win 9, sneak in as a wild card, and end up like
Going.
way farther and still not having.
Yeah,
money.
still not enough.
so
It's
Kyle,
just like, yeah, I got
whose jersey are
to
you
watch
gonna
him play
want?
in the
Dude,
AFC Championship, but I
I
still
got
gotta
some
buy a
jerseys
jersey.
that I want. Like I gotta get a stable Lions jersey.
Don't get
'Cause I just
J-Mo.
I already have the
Oh,
J-Mo.
yeah,
Might as well go Gibbs, man.
But like
He's a rookie running back.
dude, I've done that. I got the Kerryon Johnson jersey after a month into the season. dude.
Please
Like,
do not get a
You know
good player's
Biep hung out
jersey.
with them?
I have
Please.
a J-Mo jersey.
Get
But they
Frank
leave.
Ragnow.
That's what I'm
jersey.
saying.
I got the freaking Jared Goff jersey.
It's not a golf
No,
jersey,
it's
so it helps.
oh, I know what his name is, but I can't think of it.
But the problem is, every jersey you get, things go wrong for that player. Please do not get Amon-Ra St. Brown. Don't get Hutch, and don't get Gibbs.
Well, then who do I
Customized
get?
Dan
Anybody.
Campbell jersey.
Goff.
Somebody,
Ooh,
Just
that'd
throw
be good.
Campbell on the back.
dude, get
number
Brian
0.
Branch.
I think I might get the Teddy Bridgewater number 50
Wow.
jersey.
Oh,
That's a
dude,
good
that would be
That'd be
awesome.
nuts.
Talk about a stable jersey.
Did you know Biep hung out with Kerryon Johnson in Nashville?
Seriously?
Yeah, like he was just chilling with him.
You guys want to hear?
Said he was
That's
kind of a
awesome.
weird guy, but
Yeah.
he said he wasn't like a tool. Like had to mention that he played in the NFL
Yeah.
all the time.
That's freaking awesome.
You guys want to hear something crazy? I'm gonna put my sister on blast because I know she's not gonna watch this.
Wow.
Kerryon Johnson DM'd my sister and was like, "Let me take you out to dinner."
Oh, I remember you saying
And what'd
that,
she say?
dude.
She said, "Nah, I got a boyfriend." And she like
Shout
showed me
out
the
your
DM
sister,
and
dude.
Was like, "You know this guy?" And I was like, "That's Kerryon Johnson. You should have went to dinner."
Loyal to the soil,
Imagine if that
though.
was my brother right now.
But like at least
Or a
just
couple
at
years
least
ago.
go to dinner though. Like
you know it's
Yeah,
gonna be a
facts.
crazy ass dinner.
exactly, yeah. Like at least just go
He's
get the
spending
crazy
money on
dinner.
it.
Yeah,
Except the
for
thing is,
sure.
like Sarah, 100% has like a chicken tenders and fries, girl. So we'll get
Oh,
another
yeah,
year for
yeah,
that.
facts.
that's actually awesome. Okay, my AFC playoff picture. I have the Bengals as the 1 seed. I love the Bengals this year. I think that they are going to be a very high win team. Chiefs at 2, Jaguars 3, and the Bills as 4. Then my 3 wildcard teams are the Ravens, Chargers, and the Cleveland Browns. I do have 3 teams from the AFC North making it. Yeah, and I have the Dolphins missing out. I have 1 team out of the AFC East making it.
Gotcha.
Okay, now it's time to get into the awards. How far are we into this, by the way?
Hour and 2 minutes.
Holy crap, dude. It does not feel like that.
No, we've just been shooting the
in
shit,
for
man.
this
All right, let's get into it. Let's start at the bottom. The most boring award, Comeback Player of the Year. Last year, me and Seth picked Derrick Henry. Easton and Nate both picked Christian McCaffrey. It was Geno Smith. Who would have thought? It was Geno Smith. That's a crazy pick.
What a
comeback
crazy
he had.
comeback.
Right now, DeMar Hamlin is the heavy favorite to win this award at minus 350. Anyone being minus anything to win a preseason award is crazy.
Facts.
Did any of you guys pick DeMar Hamlin?
No.
yes,
I did. I picked DeMar Hamlin.
Okay, John.
It's just like
If that's who you think it is.
I like.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I just didn't he's gonna win it.
Yeah.
He is going to win it.
no matter how. I mean, like,
Whether or not it's
Whoever
him.
that
someone
is.
else just 'cause, like that's
all
no
right,
fun.
all right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's gonna win it, and I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to because it's awesome that he's coming back and everything. But I'm just gonna pick. I'm going from the Geno Smith aspect.
Yeah,
a guy that just is had a comeback season, broke out type thing. So
Yeah.
who'd you
Should
pick?
DeMar be disqualified?
Okay, dude, that's good enough. Dude.
You got your point across.
Hamar Damlin, should he win? Who did you pick, Seth?
I've got 2 names on here, and it was just going to be a 50-50 coin toss when it got to me. I'm going to go Javonte Williams.
Okay.
It's between him and Brees.
Shout out
Okay.
Javonte.
Yeah, I like Brees too. I'm going with kind of a weird one. Calvin Ridley, comeback player of the year. Dude
Nice.
sat on his couch all last year.
Can he win it since he got suspended?
Yeah.
He
I
got-
mean, I guess I don't really. You can bet on him to win it, so he's at plus 5,000 too. So
They're just trying to steal your
That's
money.
some money.
that's what I'm saying. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, I feel like I have to bet on him at some point this year, right? Like the dude was spending bands on himself already. So
You got to bet on him.
Same
bet
with
on
J-Mo
J-Mo.
too. Yeah, I'm a bet on all them dudes.
Bet
All right,
on it,
coach
bet
of the
on
year. Last year, me and Seth both picked.
Did you do your comeback player there?
He also
Yeah,
picked
DeMar.
DeMar Hamlin.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, yeah. Last year, me and Seth both picked Dan Campbell to win. Maybe a year early on the Dan Campbell. He did finish runner-up, though, as the coach of the year. So, Willy picked Mike Tomlin, of course. Why wouldn't he? And Easton picked Zach Taylor of the Cincinnati Bengals. None of us were right, as Brian Dable of the New York Giants won it. Who do we got this year?
Give me Dan Campbell. We're going to take a jump to the number one team, and teams are going to love it. I actually have Zach Taylor written down here because they're going to jump everybody and be the best team in football, but actually screw that. Give me the Lions. Give me Dan Campbell.
Okay. What do you guys got?
I've got Dan Campbell, and next to it, I put no matter what. Because,
he's winning it.
Never back down, never what?
it's Dan Campbell. It's got to be. Year too early last year.
Never what? Willie, who do you got?
I don't. Mike Tomlin.
Dude, Mike Tomlin can't win the Coach of the Year unless they go like crazy. I think he's already won it, I assume, at least once, right?
I was going reasonable with the standings. I'm going balls out here.
Okay, that's fair.
George Pickens.
To buy a
Dude
seat.
picked Big Ben to win MVP the one like 2 years ago when we did this.
The year that he just it was bad.
Yeah.
Tripped over his own.
Yeah, he
Dude,
couldn't
that
throw it
video
20
of him
yards.
falling when he's throwing that little shovel pass is the funniest video of all time.
It sucks because it's embarrassing, but it is
so
the
funny.
funniest video
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
Yeah, I also have Dan Campbell, though. He's the favorite right now at plus 1,000. That's easy money. Okay, Defensive Player of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Last year, all four of us picked Aiden Hutchinson, which he was the runner-up. I will say,
robbed.
Willie did say, I feel like Sauce Gardner's going to win, but I'm going to pick Hutchinson. So I give Willie that for calling that one out. But who do we got this year?
Give me Jalen Carter. Just going to be an absolute beast. I mean, that guy demands quadruple teams. You better put your whole right side of the offensive line to block this guy because you are screwed else otherwise.
They have quite a few other guys to worry about as well.
It don't matter.
I've got Jalen Carter too. Might be a little extreme on the quadruple team, but everything of this dude coming out of camp, he's been nuts.
They're saying he's
You can't
picking up
stop
the
him.
center, the guard, and the tackle and making a sandwich and eating them, all while sacking the
I
QB.
thought that was going somewhere that wasn't there.
All while sacking the QB. It's insane.
It's awesome. What do you got, Willie?
I was leaning towards Jalen Carter, but I'm gonna kind of go out on a limb here and go Devon Witherspoon.
Oh, I was gonna do that too.
I like him.
Yeah.
I liked him coming out of college a lot. So
And we saw a cornerback win it last year,
Yeah.
and a corner that didn't even have many interceptions. I thought
Right.
that's what it would need for a corner to win it, and he just was locked down. So
and plus, I watched him in real life, so I kind of got to root for him.
yeah, the game that they almost beat Michigan.
Yeah.
That was pretty
but
crazy.
they didn't.
Right, you're right, obviously. Okay, so I was gonna take Jalen Carter here. I had him as a runner-up, and I was gonna choose him if no one did. He's at plus 550. Feel like that's pretty good value. Will Anderson, the favorite, at plus 430. I like that. A sleeper is Tyree Wilson with the Raiders. I think if he just racks up sacks, he could, plus 1,100. But I'm going with the boy, Jack Campbell of the Lions, plus 1,000. Probably the best linebacker in this rookie class. And if he can just rack up tackles all season for the Lions, he's going to be a starter. I think there's a world where he could get it if he gets some sacks and some forced fumbles in there as well.
What player typically leads a defense in tackles? Is it the middle linebacker?
Yeah, usually.
linebacker.
That's what I
Safety,
like.
maybe.
Safety.
I guess I played football, and I remember what happened when I
Right.
played football. Seth
Ever,
got a lot of
played
tackles.
Madden?
Tackled everybody.
Seth got a lot of tackles.
Yeah.
I did not play in corner. Did not.
All right, offensive rookie of the year. Last year, we were all over the place here. I picked Breece Hall. Would have won it if he didn't get hurt. Easton picked Drake London. Seth picked James Cook. And Willie picked Chris Olave. So Willie was the closest. He picked a runner-up to this award. Did he win runner-up or K9 win it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
How did I not pick K9? I picked Breece Hall over K9. That's crazy.
Fake fan.
Oh, but Garrett Wilson won it. So that's tough. What do we got this year?
This is going to be awkward. I've got Bijan Robinson. I think he's going to be a beast this year.
Oh, my God.
I really, really like Bijan a lot. I think he's worth a lot. I think he's really good, and I think this Falcons team will be good. Give me Bijan.
That's what I'm saying. If you're making a sandwich, what's the best topping? Little Bijan mustard, dude. Give it to me.
Yeah.
He is going to be a psychopath.
Yeah.
Plus 300. He's the favorite right now to win it.
What do you think of Bijan?
I'm going to go crazy here. Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Wow,
Nice.
he goes with the
Nice.
receiver.
The dude who
route.
can't even play the first 4 weeks. Good
No,
pick.
dude, he's like healthy now. He was
saw
practicing.
I
that.
saw him with the club.
Yeah, he's got the club on. Dude's gonna play week 1 probably.
How do you?
He's a
honestly,
dog.
that kind
He's
of
a dog.
determination,
He
he-
went to
he
Ohio
might win.
State,
Yeah.
but he's a dog.
That's,
Yeah.
that's,
He is.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Totally is. And Garrett Wilson, Ohio State receiver, won it last year. And him and Chris Olave both said, yeah, he's better than both of us. Like, who would just be admitting that?
Yeah, facts.
Like,
Was it his freshman year he made that catch where it was like,
Yeah.
great? Yeah, ever since then, I'm just
and
like,
obviously
this
he had
dude is
that game in the
amazing.
Rose Bowl,
Yeah.
300 receiving yards or whatever. So, yeah, I like that pick. I debated like going with like a different crazy route here, and I think I'm gonna. I picked the Carolina Panthers to be the 2 seed in the NFC South. It's a lot easier for a quarterback to win awards
Yeah.
in general. We saw Mac Jones almost steal this award from Jamar Chase a couple years ago. Like, are we serious? So I'm going to take Bryce Young to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Kind of boring because his first overall pick, but I do like Zay Flowers a little bit, and CJ Stroud, if he goes off, definitely could win it too. But I'm going to go with Bryce Young. Okay, Defensive Player of the Year. Last year, me and Easton both picked Micah Parsons. He was the runner-up. Seth picked Aaron Donald. Nate picked TJ Watt. I expect some similar picks this time around. None of us got the winner, obviously, Nick Bosa. But Nick Bosa is in a contract feud right now with the Niners, and I don't know if he's going to start the season with them. So we'll see.
Hopefully not.
Yeah,
Steelers
hope for
playing
real.
week
That'd be seriously.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome if he didn't. What do you got?
Micah Parsons been the best defensive player in football since the day he stepped on the field in the NFL. Like his rookie year, he could have damn near won it. He was
Okay.
that good. Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
He's just got to win one eventually, so I'm going to nail it this year.
Yeah, I also picked him. He's the favorite, which is like boring, plus 450, but like
thought
he's gonna win one. So me and Easton are on the same page again, just like last year.
I thought you were going with Hutch.
Yeah, see, I got Micah Parsons written down here, but that's no fun. And he might be a really good football player, but he's not the best defensive player to ever play in the NFL. That's Aaron Donald. And
Did I
I'm
say
giving it to
ever?
him. No, you said
Well, run it back.
I was like, did I say ever?
TJ Watt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Pat McAfee bet him $500,000 like on TJ Watt's choice of a charity if he got the sack record this year. So he's striving for something.
Really?
Gotcha.
He's going to go crazy. He's going to stay healthy. The Steelers defense is the best in league. Steelers are winning the Super Bowl. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Okay,
This
that
is going
went
off the
that went off
rails.
on a tangent.
We're talking about the defensive player of
Tell
the
you
year.
though, dude, Hutchinson plus 3,000.
Good value.
He's gonna. This might be a year early for Hutchinson. This will be the year where he gets on the radar. Hopefully.
If you can bet on runner-ups, though, he might.
All right, Offensive Player of the Year. This got to be the toughest award to pick here because it's so hard. However, last year, me and Easton both picked Justin Jefferson to win that thing, and he freaking won it for show. Only award that any of us picked right last year, which is pretty hilarious. Nate picked Jonathan Taylor. Had a
Terrible pick.
pretty down year last year, and Seth picked Aaron Jones. Another tough.
Whoa,
No,
that
he
one
went
was
ballsy
crazy.
route last
Yeah,
year.
you have to.
Maybe he picked him again this year. Who you guys going with?
Offensive player of the year, I'm going with Justin Jefferson's teammate, former Jamar Chase.
Oh, I was like, you picking Alexander Madison?
His former teammate, give me Jamar.
Yeah, he is the favorite at plus
Oh,
1,100.
that sucks.
But plus 1,100 is the favorite.
yeah,
Like,
that's not even a favorite.
Yeah, 'cause
you're
who
just
knows?
there.
Yeah.
You're in the
who
running.
you guys got?
I've got Christian McCaffrey here.
Great
And
pick.
I think it's because we're going to see a Christian McCaffrey we've never seen before. Full season on the Niners. He's not going to be that workhorse running back that the Panthers had. And I think he's going to go the full season this year, and we're going to see a McCaffrey that we haven't seen in 4 years.
That definitely, I would be happy to see that. That'd be pretty awesome. Willie, who you got?
Well, I'm going to kind of stick with a little bit of a theme. I guess it's not really, but
What's your thing?
George Pickens.
Oh my god, dude! There's no
He's
way.
going to have a crazy
What are the
year.
odds
No,
on him
dude.
right now?
Oh, dude, let me.
Is he,
Bet
does
on
he
it.
even have
Smash
I
it.
bet you can't bet on him to
Bro,
win it. I'm not gonna
Deontay
lie.
Johnson is better than George
No,
Pickens.
No, he's not.
Does
This year he
you know
is.
this?
No.
No,
Can you
he's
help
not,
us on
dude.
this?
You really think George
What are
Pickens
the
is wide
odds
receiver
on
one this
George
year?
Yes.
Pickens
Don't
winning
think
it?
there
Really?
are.
I
There
definitely think
can't
so.
be. There's no way.
There's no way. Like, so the thing is, like, you can say it's biased, but like, there's realistic Lions picks for like every single award. I would say, like, even Amon-Ra St. Brown here, I think is like that's not like unrealistic. George Pickens is crazy, though. Yeah, Amon-Ra is plus 3,000, the same as, like, Cooper Kupp and, like, Devontae Adams.
Okay. But, yes.
Pickens is plus 10,000. Same as Christian Watson to win the Offensive Player of the Year.
Smash it. Now.
He's the same as K9, though, so they see something. They see the vision.
And it's all going to make sense.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. You didn't explain why it's going to make sense.
We're not.
This is the late night cast. Okay.
Things are getting weird.
My Offensive Player of the Year is Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill said on his Fortnite stream a while ago that he's going for 2,000 yards this year. He's breaking Calvin Johnson's record. And hell, I don't doubt him to do it. That guy's freaking crazy. So I'm taking Tyreek Hill as my Offensive Player of the Year.
It's just going to suck. He's going to have second most receiving yards this year behind George Pickens.
He's standing behind it. All right. Let's get to the last one here.
Down.
Last award here, the MVP award. Last year, I picked Justin Herbert. The three of you all picked Joshua Allen to win the award. We were all wrong, as Patrick Mahomes just won it, and I picked him the year prior. So I'm just a year off on all of these things. Who we got MVPs this season?
I mentioned that the Eagles didn't play many second halves last year, like realistically, and I think that just you give Jalen Hurts a second half of football to rack up stats and like do it well. I think his stats this season are going to be unreal. Give me Jalen Hurts winning the MVP.
Okay.
Kyle and I talked about this a little bit, and I think it's not as hot of a take as many people would think, but I think this year Josh Allen, with the team he is like had around him, he's on the hot seat. He's got to win something, you know. He's got some beasts he's got to overcome to get there, but he's got to win something at some point. This is the year.
Mm-hmm. And you have Bills as 1 seed.
I've got him coming at the 1 seed. I think this is the year Josh Allen gets it done. Got to give him the MVP.
Josh Allen currently the second favorite, plus 700. Hurts is fifth at plus 1,200.
And here's where it all makes sense. Kenny franchise will win MVP this year.
Oh, man.
The only one
Brock
who's going to
Purdy
believe
has
it.
better odds to win the MVP.
The only one who's going to believe it is me.
We got to wrap this
And
up.
I'm going to...
You just made him
happen.
no longer a Steelers fan.
We are losing credibility.
I told you it's going to get biased here. I bit my tongue through the standings. I got to let it out.
Bit your tongue by having them win 11 games and make the top wild card.
Hey,
Are we serious?
it's not crazy. That isn't crazy.
I drove all the way here to do this. Kenny Pickett and George Pickens. Come on, dude.
Would they even
How
give it
many,
to a dude?
how many
TJ
awards
Watt?
are they winning? Are they giving the
TJ
whole-
Watt
He's
isn't
winning
crazy.
4. Mike Tomlin, TJ Watt, George Pickens, Kenny franchise. That's insane.
You might as well give Darnell Washington Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Like,
I was thinking about it.
Okay, my MVP is a logical pick. I'm going with. I think it's time that Joe Burrow wins an MVP. I think that he's like Josh Allen. I think those guys like will get one at some point. Probably more likely that Allen gets his before Burrow does. But I'm gonna go with Burrow to win it this year. But like, if we're being real, like Mahomes like could easily just like win it again.
okay, that's facts.
All right, guys. Thank you for. Does anyone have any other?
Are we
things?
doing our Super Bowl predictions?
Oh yeah, Super Bowl predictions. Shoot, you're right. Good call.
I
Okay,
have.
Super Bowl predictions. This is where things get crazy. I didn't listen to our ones from last year, so whatever. Go ahead.
What do you think that guy over there is plotting? I should have never said a word.
For real.
I've got a
Steelers over the Lions.
give me 49ers Chiefs, and I'm giving it to the Chiefs. Just Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
Rematch of a few
all the
years
time.
back. Yeah.
That's what they do.
I'll go first because I think mine's going to be a little more realistic than Willy's. I've got the Steelers versus the Steelers practice squad. Let's be honest.
And the practice squad wins.
No, I've got the Bills and the. I'm not high-fiving you for that. I've got the Bills and the Niners, and I've got the Bills winning it.
Okay.
I'm not a believer
Do I
in the
even
Bills.
say it?
Yeah,
Yes.
you do.
Steelers are winning it.
Over who?
Against, like, we'll throw the 49ers in there.
They got to get lucky. Like, you know, dude, that is so.
They will not.
No.
Like, I will be rocking a new Lions jersey at the end of the year.
That's crazy that you owe him one.
And it's documented. You can't escape
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
I'm just gonna let you guys off the hook on that. Just keep sleeping. Keep sleeping.
Okay.
That's off the hook.
Notice how me and
Just
Ethan
gotta beat
didn't
us up.
pick the Lions to win the Super Bowl, and we have like a better shot, I would say. I'm going with the Bengals over the Eagles. I think that this is the time the Bengals will make the leap. They'll make the Super Bowl and they'll win the Super Bowl. So that's my pick. All right. Does anyone have anything else they need to say before we end this?
No.
No. Okay. Thank you guys for listening. Next week, football, baby. Peace.
Peace.
See you.